Virgo, this player is falling right into your traps. You don't even realize how good you are. You're the ultimate game player, and I don't even feel like you're trying to be that way. You're just matching the energy, and it's confusing them. They don't understand. But see, this person never really sat down at the gaming table with you. They just assumed they were the best. They just assumed that they held all the cards. But it seems to me like you're like showing a different side of yourself that this person or your person, whoever it is like totally like, what? Wait, what? And it's because you have no dependence on the outcome. That's the difference. And they do. All right, so we're going to get into this reading, see what's going on here. Smash the like button. Personal reading link is in the description box below. If you want to get a reading with me, I have slashed my reading prices by 50% for a 30-minute phone call reading. It's only $40. So go grab it. Limited time. All right, let's get into this.
I just can't let you go. Lord knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one. No one likes being lied to.
Yeah, so I don't know who they thought they were playing with here, but look, you're the one who's sitting there. You're holding all the cards. You're holding the dice. You're sitting at the roulette table. Okay, and here you are, non-committal, not worrying about it. It's like you don't even give a flying rat's you know what. Okay, and I feel like your person is completely, like they underestimated you. Right? They thought they were holding all the cards. And maybe before they were, very true, could be before some of you were letting this person, you didn't have a poker face, but it looks to me like they are confused. They don't know what's going on. I feel like this person did not expect you to play your hand as well as you're playing it. And they're becoming like putty. Putty in your hands. Kind of challenged. Kind of intrigued. Like, wait a minute. Virgo's a contender. Hold on a minute. Yeah, Virgo. See, you're showing up here again as the Empress. Okay? And you're not holding a torch for this person. And even if you are, it damn well is not lit. Your energy is like, do you know who I am? Do you even know who I am? And I don't know if they did. Or you must have like somehow, I don't know, you got your superpower back or something. But you got the torch out and you're like, somebody else to come and light it. Yeah, and it's not malicious. It's not mean. It's just confidence. I feel like you just have this confidence showing up here. And I feel like your person is completely thrown off guard. Did not or is not expecting or will not be expecting you to match this energy. In other words, you're not chasing and giving more at all. Okay? You probably did that in the past, but you are not chasing and being overly invested. If they're going to put in a penny, you're going to put in a penny. And not right when they do. If they're going to put it, you know what I mean? Like, your interest in playing this game is they got to start the bidding first. And it's got to match your worth and your value, right? So I feel like your person is just going to be like, what do you mean you're not holding this torch for me anymore? Kind of saying it to themselves. Like, it's just, they're dumbfounded. Because I really feel like they thought that they were some kind of hierarchical being, or that they're dictating how you are going to respond. It's like you're just not taking the bait, and the more you're not taking the bait, the more they're coming after you to figure out, like, why? Is there something wrong with my hook? Did it fall off the line? Is it bad bait? Do I need to change it up? Like, they're doubting themselves because you're not biting. You're not biting. Is it possible that I put my hook in and there's no fish in this pond? Virgo's not there? They're questioning now. Because maybe before, and I feel like they're saying this to themselves, boy, they took the bait every other time. Why aren't they doing it now? What the heck's going on? right? And you're coming across here with like some ghosting energy. Like you're there, but you're not. You're not even being transparent. Even though ghosts are transparent, you're not being transparent. You're just kind of like, I don't know, you're fading, blending into the background. It's confusing them. It's definitely confusing them. It's actually putting them in like a tailspin. And with that Knight of Swords, absolutely, they're going to make some kind of changes to their lifestyle because they have no other choice. Their old tactics aren't working. Their old tactics are not working. You may be the King of Pentacles or the Queen of Pentacles, but you're showing up with this Empress energy. The Queen of Queens, the King of Kings. And they're coming back for sure, plotting and scheming. And I feel like they've been kind of waiting to see if you are taking the bait, but nothing's happening. They're out there alone, waiting, wondering. I put my line in the water there. I casted my line. What's going on? How come Virgo's not responding? How come Virgo is just not chasing after me? Virgo did it before, but Virgo's not doing it now. Lots of crazy stuff going on in their head. Okay. I'm getting you're in this place of like, no, you just want your peace and your happiness and your joy and all the love and all the support. That's where you're at. That's where you're at. Whether that's with someone else or seeking another partner or trying to teach them a lesson by just not engaging. Yeah, you're manifesting, Virgo. Absolutely. You're very focused right now, working on turning those visions into reality, and you're very patient, being very patient, making those things happen. You have like a calmness about you, or at least because you're not frantic or anxious, you're giving off very calm vibes to this person, and that is kind of freaking them out. They're not used to that from you. They're used to you chasing, begging, reaching out all the time, expressing your emotions, your feelings. You're kind of like, no, reserving that for yourself. It's the ultimate way. They're stressed out. Virgo, completely stressed out, so much so that they're going to have to come in and make this love offer to you. Hold the line, Virgo. If that's something that you want, you got to hold the line, because this Knight of Cups just comes in with a little, so they're going to try to bait you with a little love offer, for sure. But you need to hold the line, because anybody can do this. This is sweet nothings, the Knight of Cups. It's romance. It's charm. You got to hold the line, whether you want them back or not. Whether you're just, in that place where it's like, no, See, here's the thing, Virgo. And Virgos are really good. Virgos are very observant. Majority of Virgos will observe, and collect as much data as they can. They're like scanners. And Virgos will collect as much data as they can. Now, some of you might be in that place now. Okay, maybe you weren't before, but Virgo's like, no, I have been to the circus, and I have seen the puppet show, and I have seen the puppet master. I know what's behind the curtain. So you are 100% like looking at patterns, not just looking at words, not just looking at actions, but you're looking at patterns. And I'm giving, okay, they're saying to give you this Motley Crue song. It's the same old situation. Is that Motley Crue? Motley Crue? Does anybody know that song? I think it's Motley Crue. I know the song. Same old situation. Yeah, so you're like onto it. You know the data. You know the patterns. You figured something out. It's just like when you're playing poker. Poker is not as much about playing the game as it is about observing your opponents, the other players. In fact, knowing when to throw the dice, knowing when to hold, knowing when to walk away, and knowing when to run. Poker is all about Body language. If somebody sweats, you know. If somebody's smiling, you know. You know what I mean? Like you just know. And this is something I feel like you've picked up on. Maybe you've been taking some body language courses or something. But picking up on the patterns. And the patterns are what are giving you the clues. And this person, they're so locked into their ways that they don't even realize they're producing these patterns. So you're like 1,000 steps ahead of them already. Very cunning, very clever, and they underestimated that in you. Because Virgos, you know, like I know you will stay with someone, you'll go through the whole mess, but the whole time, don't ever underestimate Virgos, because the whole time Virgos going through hell with someone, they're also observing and collecting data. And that's what, when Virgo decides to be done with a relationship, it's because even though they went through hell and their heart was breaking, if the person was avoidant or dismissive or whatever they were going through, Virgo's not making an emotional decision at the end to end the relationship. Virgo's saying, nah, it's the patterns. It's the same old thing. Nothing's changing here. There's no growth. And that's when Virgo decides it's done. It's never because Virgo stops loving someone, because Virgo's got the biggest heart, the biggest. It's always because of the way they're treated and the patterns that they see. Virgos are the analysts of the zodiac. They analyze, they look at the charts. Some Virgos create charts, or they create lists. They put it all down, you know, on paper. They got boxes that need to be ticked. Virgo's like, well, here's my boxes. This person's really not ticking all these boxes. And sometimes Virgos will overlook those boxes and those charts and those analytics because their heart, you know, they're attached. But eventually the data catches up with them and the emotions get suppressed. And then Virgo looks at the facts. It's like, yeah, I love this person, but it's just not going to work. Yeah. So they don't know how your mind works, this person you're dealing with. They just don't know. Some of you don't even some of you are very quick-witted. Maybe you're very young or you're still very active in your life. You're very quick-witted and you can call stuff right on the spot, like immediately. You just know. And Virgos can be very shrewd. And especially if Virgos have been hurt or their heart's breaking, they go into protective mode, just like a computer. When a computer starts overheating, it goes into protection mode. And then it's like, all right, I'm either going to need to reboot or I'm going to need to shut it down. It's amazing to me because I always feel like Virgos are like a cross between biologics and technology, because they can operate out of both spheres at the same time. They can be the most loving, affectionate cuddle bears and also be extremely technologically attuned and analytical. Best of both worlds. So yeah, they're going to come in with this, try to charm you, because this is how they operate. They operate by charm, by sweet nothings. They use emotional type initiatives. And if you resonate with that, maybe you've been sucked in by that, okay? Because they know this person, their tactic has always kind of been, well, I know Virgo loves me, or I know Virgo has the heart for me, so that's where I'm going to aim. But they just don't know that before it gets through the heart for Virgo, it filters through that analytical brain. They just don't know how you work. This person operates out of their emotion, mostly, but minimally, I feel. Yeah. So karmic justice is coming to this relationship, for sure. Karmic justice is coming to this relationship. The truth is going to come out about you, about this connection. There's almost like a final judgment, a verdict. Oh, oh my gosh. Okay, Spirit just said this is going to be their next step. Gifts. So first it's going to be romance. Yeah, are they going to try and get you back? Yeah, because they just can't figure it out. They just can't figure it out. They just don't. Whatever they never did before, they're going to start doing now. Whatever that is for you. Okay? It could be romantic, sweet nothings, charm. It could be gifts. It could be money. If they've done those things, all those things before, they'll try to do them again. If they never did them before, they'll try one of them. Virgo's like, not this time. Blocked. Yeah. I feel like you've figured it out. You know the pattern. I feel like you've summed it all up. You've done the tally. You've added it all up. You've done the tally. And that doesn't mean that you're not going to go back or take them back. It just means that you're not falling for the okie doke, maybe the way you did before, because now you see the pattern. I feel like you're forcing their hand in this game. It's like some kind of poker game. You're forcing their hand. You're bluffing. Or you're not. I don't know. I'm not going to give your secrets to any of the cross watchers listening. But you know some stuff here, Virgo. And they know you know some stuff. They just don't know what you know. And they hate being left in the dark. And you're not giving it away. You're holding tight to your possession, your knowledge. You're kind of like, I'm just going to hold this right here. And let's see what they do. Let's see how far they're actually going to go. And how long it's going to actually last. Oh, I couldn't find a bloody stump, so would you take a chicken leg? Might be that. Yeah, this person is like, they're in disarray. But they're scheming. They're scheming for sure. Going within, trying to figure it out. They're trying to figure it out, Virgo. What's going on? What's going on with you? Maybe even doubting themselves. Was it because I was messing around with other people? Was it because I was trying to control the money? Was it because I was being dismissive and avoidant? Was it because I didn't give enough love? I only gave a little bit. Was it because I was working too much and making that a priority? Was it because I was undecided? I couldn't commit. Was it because there was some other figure in the picture? Was it because I cut them off too many times? Or I was kind of a bully? Or I wasn't nice? Was it because I thought I was more special than I really am? Was it because I walked away and was hoping they would chase me? Was it because I ended it with them 1 to 10 times or betrayed them? They're questioning everything. Was it because I gave them too much stress and pain? Or was it because I didn't really know this person I thought I could manipulate, this Virgo? Yeah, see, they were focusing on what they could do and how they could get you to respond to what they needed. But they weren't really looking at you. They didn't really know you and what you were capable of. And the best thing about this is that when they think of you, they see how sacrificial you were for them. They're not going to remember the times that you called them names or that you hung up on them or that you guys fought or that you ended the relationship or blocked them or things like that. They're not going to really remember that. They're going to remember how you made them feel, which was out of this world, because every Virgo does that. That's what they're going to remember, and that's what they're going to regret losing. Oh, yeah. So I don't know what's going on specifically with you, but I feel like the message here is you are in a much better position than you think you are. You might be thinking, they're never coming back. Oh, I don't love it. Your confidence is everything. Your attitude is everything. Your attitude. What's your attitude right now? If you're feeling sorry for yourself, are you feeling abandoned? No, don't. Because listen, if this person walked away from you, reframe it. Well, yeah, they walked away from me, but I'm not trying to get them back. So isn't that the same as me walking away from them? You need to reframe things in your mind. If you're feeling victimized, and put yourself in a winner chicken dinner situation, and you can do that all on your own. If you can get yourself to be believing the things that this person told you, then you can get yourself to believe in the things you tell yourself. I feel like you maybe felt like you were a victim in this, but you know what? You're really not. You're a survivor and a thriver. And you hold the cards. You hold the big card. You hold the big one here. Yeah, that's what I feel like the message is here. Once the seed has been planted, once you realize, once you come to the truth, you can't unsee it. You can't unknow it. And in order for this person, your person, to get you to see it from the other point of view, they're going to have to do a whole hell of a lot of convincing or bloody stumping to prove to you that it's even worth sitting down at that game table again with you. Virgos don't play with losers, because that's too easy. Virgo loves a challenge. But when someone is not being a challenge, but they're cheating, there's a big difference. There's a big difference. They're cheating at that table. Virgo's like, no, you got to go, because this isn't going to serve me. I need an opponent. I need someone who's going to challenge me, and I need someone who's going to receive challenge from me, because that's how we grow. But if you're not going to do that, if you're going to cheat at this table and stack cards, put them in your pocket, whatever, there's no growth here. This is just deception. I do not know where this message is coming from. I do not know. I think I have like conspiratorial brain or something from all the I've been watching on the news. Oh my gosh. But you know, it's like, I love mysteries and crime stories, trying to figure stuff out, like what happened. I know a lot of you Virgos are like that, trying to solve murder mystery cases, or like Virgos on the case. Yeah, many Virgos are investigators. Did you know that? Many. Because they're perfect for it. They pay attention to details. And Virgos who are wise don't get lost in the details. They learn when to accept the facts for what they are. And they don't go digging and twisting and turning and spiraling. Virgos that are in a good mindset are like, all right, I've gotten this far with this. Doesn't necessarily mean this is the answer, but this is the data I've collected thus far. And when I put it all together, I come up with a picture, and I come up with evidence and a storyline. Not one that's made up. You just figure out somebody else's storyline, right? So here you are, healthy choices, self-love and self-care, being happier, loving life. That's your confidence. Can I just tell you, whatever is on this plate looks delicious. Raspberries, some seeds, chia seeds, maybe some yogurt, some oats, blueberries. Y'all, healthy eating as well. Well, that's Virgo for you. If you're a Virgo that's not eating healthy, you're not living in your true Virgo nature. Nope. If you're a Virgo, because Virgos are hygienic, extremely hygienic. They always want to be clean and orderly, and they work towards that all the time. They work towards trying to, even if things are a mess, they work towards cleaning things up and organizing, putting things where they belong. Virgos like things in their places, compartmentalizing and categorizing things, and even with their physical health. Every Virgo I know is always running a marathon or competing in something, or they're coaches, life coaches, tarot readers. You know, every Virgo, because they got good minds. You guys, Virgos got good brains. Now, I'm on the cusp of Leo Virgo, so I have some of that Virgo in me for sure. But yeah, Virgos are, they're calm, they're cool, collected, and they're fucking intelligent. Incredibly intelligent. And Virgo can be on to the game of, maybe even you, on to the game of this person before they knew you were on to the game, but played it out just to see. Some of y'all just in this just like as a, oh, let me see what this psycho's about. Some of you were involved with someone you weren't even like sure if you loved them. You were just like, let me get some popcorn because this is a documentary, a walking documentary. Just sitting back like, look at this crazy person. Karmic relationship. Death card. Some of you, this relationship is over. No more chances. Growing and transforming. What's done is done. Talking about crime shows, right? I feel like you better pay attention to your truth. Because I feel like there's some of you who are probably sitting here or listening to this that are still kind of hooked on this person and still falling for the game. Be better. Do better. Learn the game that this person's playing and play it well. Play it better than them. Don't be like, well, why are they doing that? Who gives a shit why they're doing it? Just know that that's what they're doing. That's all you need to know. You don't got to go digging into their psyche to figure out what their parents did to them when they were a little kid. Who gives a shit? This is how they're behaving right now. If they want to go get psych help, then that's up to them. That's none of your business, right? They're coming in, they're acting out, or they're doing what they're doing. That's all you need to know, right? Motive is great if you're going to be in a court and you're going to prosecute. But this is not a court. So don't dive too deep. If you want to look at them like they're like testing their psyche and stuff and just trying to understand, that's fine. But don't internalize it to the point where maybe it's me. Maybe I didn't do enough. Maybe I wasn't good enough. Maybe I shouldn't have said that or should have said that. Whenever you leave someone, this is just a fact of life. Whenever something ends, enough time goes by, people always remember the best in the person. All the time. Unless there was like extreme, like DV going on. Okay? Because that's different. If you had that going on, then this really isn't. Well, they'll probably remember it of you. But if you were being on the receiving end of DV, then I'm sure you're not going to be remembering the best of them. But I don't feel like that might have happened. I'm not saying it didn't, but for those of you where it didn't, whenever somebody passes away or whenever a relationship ends, you reflect and think back on them, there's always good memories. It's 6 of Cups. Nostalgia. The good times. Whew. So hot in here. Don't take off all your clothes. Nope. Year of the goat. Year of the dog. The tiger. Tigre. Dragon. Pig. Ox. Rooster. Holla. Okay. Let me mix this up. Need to mix this up, you guys. Oh, we're going to do it this way. Crazy. But that's how it goes. Millions of people living as foes. That's a song for the times. That song is a sign of the times. All right, so you've got TJ or JT. Let me move this down so you could see. T and J, A, Z, V, Y, O, I. Okay. All right, you've got Scorpio, Sagittarius, Gemini, and Aries. The 4th, the 2nd, the 7th, the 6th, the 20th, the 1st, the 8th, the 21st, the 22nd, 24th, the 28th. Someone's 40. Okay, those are birth dates. 67, 62, 68, 64, 61, 222. I saw that today. 222. Right when I got in my car, I looked at my phone. It said 222. Twos represent partnership, weighing options, deciding whether to compromise or make a decision to do something else, making choices. They represent balance, duality, decisions. 16th, the 17th, the 14th, the 12th, the 18th. Okay. Let's get your charms, you guys, and then the reading is finite. All right, a whole bunch. You've got a crab, okay? Hard shell on the outside, soft and gooey on the inside. Crab meat, crab legs, Cancer. Somebody's at the seashore, going to the beach, going crabbing. Blue butterfly, okay? That feels like an emoji to me. Something with a blue butterfly or a tattoo or a symbol somewhere attached to someone here who's listening. This does represent freedom. Okay, there is a sense of freedom and transformation happening here. You also have an umbrella, or as they say in the UK, a brolly. I guess my mom says that because she's from Ireland, but I don't know what you guys call it. If it's in the UK or whatever, but yeah. Okay, so, all right, they're just giving me that song by Gene Kelly, Singing in the Rain. I'm singing in the rain. What a glorious day. I'm happy again. That's as far as I'm going with that. Yep, dancing in the rain. And then you also have a red circle. So this feels like full circle to me. Full circle energy. And I'm going to let you guys intuit this charm. And I want you to leave a comment, because this video is going to end, but I want you to leave a comment below what the red circle is meaning for you. What are you intuiting? And whatever you're intuiting, that's the message for you, okay? So leave us a comment and let us know what you're getting from this. All right, you guys, so that's the end of your reading. I hope that you enjoyed that. I will see you guys back here tomorrow. Don't forget, personal reading discounted. It is $40 for a 30-minute phone call. My readings were $150 at one point. Times have changed. And we're all just trying to get on living. So go take advantage of that. If you could just book it for the next day. And yeah, I look forward to talking to you. We already got lots of people booking already. So yeah, let's get going with it. All right, you guys. So thanks for being here. See you tomorrow. Bye.